wheels on the bus going round and round. Got the wheels on the bus going round and round. Yeah, wheels going round and round. Yeah, and we rolling through your town. Yeah, hey, round and round and round and round and round. Yeah.
Turn me up, turn me up, turn me up! Let's go, baby. Welcome to another edition of the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Vacant Dudley. We are your first and your only source for mediocre, below average sports coverage. My name is Chill. Glad you could join in this morning. We are excited out here on Bridges Ranch. Man, we got a lot to talk about today, covering all kinds of topics. We've got Hight going to update us on another fiasco, Mr. Hight fiasco, not involving Hight, though, but Hight was present. So we'll dive in on that shortly. But man, we are glad you're taking time out of your beautiful day to join us. So let me bring in the rest of these dudes in here with us this morning.
Robin Hood and
you know him well. Sitting across from me, he just looks like chewed up bubblegum with his shirt off. Nobody dries out a brisket quite like him. He loves his blow dryer. Parish Construction's finest. I'm talking about the red-headed wonder, Matt Opie Hightower.
So you trying too hard this morning. You trying so
Ain't
he's
no
such a
such
try
thing.
hard.
I love it.
Thank you,
I love
Hight.
it.
This dude's called me a try hard.
Whatever.
Listen, got to bring energy, mix it up.
Dude's a hater.
Sitting over here on his phone, y'all. He had a cup of coffee in the Marines. They called him short story long. Survives daily off 5-hour energy shots. He's the few. He is the proud, and very few are proud of him. I'm talking about the bear, Mitch Lawhorn.
Were you ordering cartons and cartons of cigs off of Amazon just in? Is that what you're ordering?
Already. Shots fired already.
That's for Spanky. Spanky loves it when I say that.
I don't feel like nobody loves it when y'all say that.
And sitting beside me, y'all, he is Big Ugly Sports. I'm talking about a UGA graduate, a die-hard dog. He can make a bottle of mouthwash stink. His bottom row looks like he bit a brick. He is the one and only pride of Buddy Johnson Road. I'm talking about Adam Hightower.
What a day to be here, Chill. I couldn't be more excited because of the energy you're bringing.
Thank you, buddy. It's hard. It's hard. And the hardest part is the intro. Right when you come off the music, because there's really nothing that you can say that's just like sounds normal. So I'm shooting from the hip over here.
It's so good.
It's early in the morning. We got to wake it up. We got to wake it up. So
I'm telling you,
and we got to do away with some people's negativity.
a lot of neg over here.
We ought to share our text in the morning where the same thing happens every Tuesday morning. Every Tuesday morning, Chill
You see a ghost every
comes with some energy. First thing at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. He's only going to get a response from me.
Every now and then you have energy.
Every once in a while. Not this morning. Not this morning.
Whoa.
Oh, who was that?
Was that me?
I don't know. Oh, me. That could have been Jay. I don't know.
Was that ghost?
It was that ghost.
That's our bubble guts over here.
But the real reason I'm firing that out is, one, to get everybody fired up, but two, to make sure we got enough to do the show.
Roll call.
And so, I'm never going to get any. I'm going to have to press Law about 3 or 4 times to see if he's going to come.
I'm halfway to Dublin before I know if we're having a show.
I was being disappointed.
That's this morning we was talking about.
Our college baseball game's not the longest games in the world.
It was so long last night. I didn't even watch the. I went to bed in top of 7th.
She said, "There's no way you're still watching that game." I said, "It's still on. It's still on.
Forever.
They're coming back."
Need a pitch clock.
And sorry, before we go any further, to all of Mitch's cronies out there, that we don't really know what happened with his mic last week, but it went out at some point. But in our ears on here, we could hear him normal, so we couldn't tell that you couldn't hear him. And then I also had some people reach out, and they felt like it was a blessing, like more of a blessing that you could hear less of Mitch.
No one reached out.
Well,
Jamie Lawhorn.
Your brother said.
He first of all, him and my wife were come on there immediately as soon as it aired and said, "Man, I'm so upset I couldn't hear you." The show.
That's not what we heard.
Half the
Maybe
show.
Haley.
The real Law said.
Not the real Law. Not the real.
James said that.
James B.
Your Law. Yeah.
but he said that was they had to cut me down to normal volume because I'm.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You were being loud last.
You were. He was amped up last week. Now
I'm the baby. That's what happens when you're the baby. I'm the baby. That's what happens.
90s
You got to be loud.
reference.
If you want to be heard, you got to be loud.
I don't know if these young folks know that reference.
Opie, did you see this growing up with Adam? Like, he had to be extra loud so he could be heard.
Yeah.
Well, that's mine.
Yeah. He's
I
an
wanted to be
attention
heard.
seeker. He's an attention seeker. All eyes.
That's because I'm such a little guy. And I got,
You weren't getting.
The
He
wood.
wasn't getting a whole lot of eyes out of you. That's hard for him to get.
All I can get is all I got.
What were you about to say? Hyde?
just a quick update.
Let's get it.
Invisalign Friday. Let's go.
Coming up or last?
What?
Friday? That's coming up this Friday.
This Friday.
That's a lot of
first
plastic.
installment, baby.
Have you already actually going on the teeth this week? They've already they finally got the design down.
Yep.
So next week we're going to get
They said it
actually
was
see.
fairly intricate.
Listen, you know that meme
Can
where
you
they
bring
got
the sculpture in there and we can put it in? We can
That would be. But we got to get it before. Right?
you know
They're
that
like,
You should see the before.
you know that meme where all the Spider-Men are pointing at one another. That's what I think of when Adam's teeth going back and forth all in different directions.
Hi, if you don't let us blow up a before and put it back on the shelf back here for everybody, and then just check progress. I'm proud of. Hey, this is a momentous time in your life.
Momentous.
When's the last time you had a straight bottom row?
never. Born at birth.
When that first tooth came in,
Only in my dreams. Only in my
I
dreams.
can
smile,
picture
you
Adam being born with teeth.
He finna change that smile up. Wow, dude.
Look
I'm
like
excited.
sheephead.
I'm proud of my boy. That's exciting, man. So good luck. Good luck to the people doing it too.
Yeah.
We'll be praying for some steady hands on it.
hope nobody loses a finger.
My look. I'll be the guy
Putting
that
braces
like
on a shark.
teeth fall out.
They definitely not just gonna hold it with their hands. They're gonna have a device there so they don't risk losing that thing if he clamps.
Like putting braces on the shark.
Oh man. And before I forget, Opie, I did see Mr. Garnto. I had to take him. He let me borrow his little chainsaw, so I had to take it back to him yesterday. And he told me to tell you he appreciated at the conference. Apparently, the superintendent conference. He appreciated you being the do boy that you were for everybody there, and that I guess you're just working hard to get business. Just kind of willing to.
Servant leadership is how I live my life. So I'm happy to jump in anywhere I can. But we did talk about you and that chainsaw.
Sure y'all did.
And whether or not you probably knew how to operate it. And I told him just go ahead and get a new chain. He said, well, I gave him a tutorial on how to use it. I said, you tell him not to run it in the dirt.
He did ask me if I did that.
He said, no, I didn't. I probably should have. I said, well, you go ahead and get you a new chain.
I tell you what, hey, the Ryobi 40 volt, 14 inch. If you're not like cutting down just loads of lumber and you just need something to, that jerker area get after it now. I had a good time with it. So, which takes me to my weekend. I sent a picture which I don't know if you're in that group.
The snake?
Yeah, did you? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You talk about scared. I'm not. I'm city chill. I ain't country height, so I ain't used to running up on stuff like that. Now that I'm living in the country,
Those of y'all just listening, not watching, he was pointing at me because they have several group messages I'm not in so that they can talk about me.
I wasn't in
those
that.
group
I wasn't in that group message.
yeah, it was Snap Bus Groupies, isn't that?
Bus groupies without Mitch. There's bus groupies.
No, you're in that one.
I just can't keep up with who's all in it. Anyhow, I was just riding my little old puddle jumper riding lawnmower in the backyard, just cruising along, and right over to my right, I just see it laying in the middle yard, and boy, I kicked that thing in high gear to get away from it. This is embarrassing, but this is me not growing up in the country.
Kicked your feet up on that thing?
First thing I did, went inside, I got my pistol, like I was getting ready, like I was fitting to just go
Country
into battle, like I was getting invaded by snakes, and I went and got the shovel too. The whole time I'm thinking, because it was probably 3 foot, but it looked like 8 foot at the time, rattlesnake. And I was thinking, all right, can I get
Timber
close
rattler.
enough to get it with the shovel, or do I got to stand back and let some rounds go?
How many rounds you think it'd take you to hit
It
that
took
thing?
me the whole clip. It probably took me 8. It probably took me 8 or 9 to get
That's
him.
probably you can't get close enough with the shovel.
I remember.
So I got down on anyhow, R.I.P. Snake, and then to discard him after I let him sit for a little while and let Shelby and them get home because Anna Charles wanted to see it. So
and he wanted to show his wife what a man
he was.
Well, I had already caught her crying before that.
He still had that pistol on his hip just in
I
case.
did. I cut the rest of the yard with it. Cut the rest of the
snakes
yard
are
with
invading,
it.
baby. I need you to come over and get rid of these snakes.
So then I pick it up with a shovel, and we've got a fence and some trees around outside the yard. So I was like, I'm just going to throw it into the woods. Threw it over the fence. It's hanging from a tree now on the other side of the fence. Just
For a
hanging
warning.
up and
It's
down.
a warning for other snakes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
leave dead bodies laying around.
So that was my. I don't know how you do it, Hype.
I remember, this is a true story. I was coming back from my uncle's house.
This one is.
Well, they all are. That just down the street.
They're not if you have to preface it. This is a true one.
It's a little far fetched.
Anyway, coming down Buddy Johnson Road, I was barefooted, a little boy, and there was a snake in the road, right in front of our house, and I went and got a hoe and killed it. So I think I was probably about 8 the first time I killed a snake.
That's when you became a man, right? I just did yesterday or 2 days ago, so it feels good. Welcome to manhood, you.
Mm-hmm.
I question everything about that story.
I don't.
Well, it's all.
I really don't.
That his story.
Yeah, and I really don't care what you think.
What do you question about?
You know why? You know why I don't question that? Anybody guess why? Because he's an idiot.
He is. What would you question about?
Really, any of it. One, I assume you were maybe just paraphrasing. You wouldn't have come. Which uncle's house?
His name's Harry Johnson. If you want to know,
Okay.
if you want to know the truth,
Okay, all right.
that's his real name, Harry Johnson.
Yep. That's true.
It's a family show. Family show.
R.I.P.
I can't cuss, but,
He's passed on.
but he wants to preface.
That's
he
his
wants to
actual name.
preface Harry Johnson
That's
and
his
say
name.
it 4 times.
Twice.
Because for people like me,
just
I didn't catch it the first time.
That's his name, Law.
That
I
was
don't understand.
That's his name, R.I.P.
I don't-
Is that
he's
too-
passed on?
Would he mind if we named the title of the show today, Harry Johnson?
No, he
Richard Noggin.
in honor of. He passed on a couple weeks ago, but
His brother.
Oh, it's recent.
His brother's
Okay,
name
I'm
Richard
sorry for
Noggin.
laughing.
no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's a hilarious name.
So what do you question? I don't know where we're going with this.
I forgot.
Change
but
topic.
Come from a long line of Johnsons, I guess.
His next door neighbor is Richard Noggin.
Anyway,
What do
so
you-
Matt's trying to say that it didn't make sense.
We had
logistically.
uncles on both sides.
We did.
and more likely, he would have been coming from the other uncle's house, which is down the path,
down pathway,
not
and
down
not
the road.
a dirt road.
Either way, Height took out a snake at 8.
He was definitely not
With his
barefooted.
toenail.
I was
Definitely not
barefooted. I was
He
barefooted.
killed it with his toenail.
This dude was barefoot.
With his big toenail.
This dude was barefoot walking from his office. Just happened to have the hoe with him.
No, I had to go. I had to go to the house and get it.
I believe you,
I did.
because you told me before
I
that this
believe
was a true story.
Yeah.
And I would never lie.
Well, I mean, I knew that there would be at least one idiot at this table who didn't believe it, so I had to preface it. I also killed one on the golf course a few years ago. Took one swing.
We seen one
Tip my
last
driver.
year. Me and Haley was fishing at the lake on the dock, and it was cold out there. So I was like, "There ain't no snake in the water." And there's a water moccasin just floating, it looked like a stick. So I kept saying it's a stick. Haley said, "No, it's a snake." I said, "No, it's a stick." Well,
Did you reach down to
I
get
said, "I'm
it?
going to show you." I took my cane pole and I tapped the stick. It just wrapped around the cane pole like it was coming up on the dock with me. I screamed like a girl. Oh my God.
Not a snake.
It is a snake. Oh my God.
Man, I tell you,
Haley's like, "You just screamed like her." I was like, "Yes, I did. I don't like I don't like snakes." And the whole rest of the time we're fishing on the dock, my feet are up in the chair. I was like, "It's trying to get up here on this dock and kill me because I woke it up." It's
Water snakes are way worse than just land snakes.
Yeah, they'll attack you. They'll get
They
you.
swim faster than me.
Are y'all, which
They do.
again, I'm not country enough, so are y'all like, you see a good snake in your yard, you're trying not to kill it, or is a snake a dead snake? Like, where are you?
It's a dead snake.
Yeah, I'm kind of
If I get close enough to kill it, I don't like snakes.
I'll leave it.
I don't either.
I'll leave a good snake alone.
like relocate it, or if it's in your backyard, just let it hang out in your
Let it
backyard.
ride.
leave it.
Well, now, if it's in my backyard, I let my dog out in my backyard, so I wouldn't leave him in the backyard.
That reminds me. Of,
I don't really
one
know
of
the
reasons-
difference enough. I
don't
think I
either.
would have to look it up on Google to see what kind of snake.
I give you a tutorial after the show.
I don't really care when we killed a snake because I'm.
And Dad went down. This is totally switching gears, but we're going to stay in the snake realm real quick. But Dad went down to see Uncle Clay yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's had a little setback, but the lung's still taking, so everything's going good. He's battling. He listened to the part on the show where we brought him up. He enjoyed that. Had some comments about your take on just settling for a koozie from Blackshear Beverage, but that's being ungrateful for a koozie. That's
That
kind
is-
of, and
that's why I'm on a comeback.
Kev played right into that. He probably gassed that up about.
Listen,
That's why I'm going to come back.
I guarantee you Wade understood where I was coming from.
I've also talked to Wade.
A place of selfishness.
No.
So the whole Hill family right now, the whole Hill family, not that Blackshear Beverage, not good for you. Right?
The point I was making was, if anybody besides me wins, it's going to be a jam up prize. But I could see, is what I was saying, I could see Wade sticking it to me by just.
See, he's not necessarily.
But here's the question:
He's not going off on Blackberry Beverage.
If you get that Black Shear Beverage koozie, though, is that more than what you had before you started this thing?
First of all,
Yeah.
he's
going off
questioning
on
Clay's integrity.
Wow.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
If you think he would change
First
from
of all-
one person to
first
another,
of
you're
all-
questioning his integrity.
he's not calling anything about Clay
This
or
is
Black Shear
Wade. This is
Beverage.
Wade.
He's going off on Wade.
I'm not.
That's
You hear
this, Wade?
man. That's bad.
I say
That's
Clay,
bad. I
I'm
love
Wade.
you, Wade. I love you, Wade.
My bad.
Wade.
I don't think I've never
been on
mentioned.
record.
The whole Hill family.
You've been on record. First of all, the Hills love me. You've been on record to say that Wade has geared the questions to make sure I don't win.
Well, yeah, he's trying to really help Law. That's
He
what
likes me.
Yeah, well, he just feels bad for you.
Because I
He's
shop,
trying to keep the race
I
fun.
shop at Black Shear Beverage.
I also shop at.
All I'm saying is Uncle Clay ended the conversation with Dad by saying, make that high tower needs to stay clear of Black Shear Beverage. That's all I'm saying.
F Height basically.
No, but shout out to Uncle
Shot
Clay.
on the
Family.
spot.
But the reason I would never ride a jet ski, my Uncle Clay and them used to live on Lake Blackshear down there in Court Hill, and one day we weren't there, but him and I think it was him and Wade or him and Wesley had two jet skis. They went to get on them, and Wade got on his jet ski, fired out there. Uncle Clay got on his, was undoing the ropes, and went to undo the rope down by his leg, and it was not a rope on his leg. Yep. So
Did it bite him?
Did it bite him?
Nope. He just grabbed it and slung it.
I would never get in the lake again. If a snake
Man, that's
got that close to
impressive.
me to touch me in the lake, never.
That's
get-
impressive.
I mean-
Only a real man would do something like that.
Amy always tells the jet skis. Anytime you talk
I
about
would've
jet
killed
skis
it with
around Amy, she'll tell a story about how she grew up with a girl who is the reason they put the "you got to be 16 or older" sticker on there. Had it gotten in such a bad accident.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Thanks for that.
Way to take the
Famous
way to
people.
take the field, slam out this room right here and go south. Now we're on death.
No, she
First Harry Johnson and now
Why is he on here again?
because I'll show up and y'all scrubs are unreliable.
all right. It
I
is
ain't
time.
I've not missed a show.
It is time.
Me neither. Me neither.
Can I get to the break, please, y'all?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
No.
It is time for our first commercial break. Before you fast forward through our commercial, which I know some of you do, make sure you listen because we got some really good sponsors. So you need to make sure you tune into them. And we've got a potential. I'm having a conversation with Ray today, and he has been green lighted for a sponsorship throughout the end of the year to come on board with us. So with him and his brother's company. So I'll have more details from that coming on the next episode. But shout out to Ray for making that happen. But on the other side, we do have some sports to talk about. You got the Mavs and Celtics coming up. You got UGA Baseball eliminated last night. We got to talk a little Braves. We got a Bus Cup. So y'all make sure you stay with us. We will be right back.
New year, new financial goals? Whether it's saving, investing, or planning for the future, we've got your back. Visit Bank of Dudley today and let's make 2024 your year for financial success. Bank with confidence at Bank of Dudley. Since 1905, member FDIC.
This is Brad Meeks, owner of Brian's Giant Subs. Thanks for listening to the Big Ugly Sports Podcast. Come see us today to grab your favorite sub, 1632 Veterans Boulevard in the Oaks Shopping Center, Dublin, Georgia.
J2 Streaming Services. With over 9,000 live channels and packages starting at $15 per month, you literally can't beat it. Visit them on the web at www.j2streaming.com. Proud sponsor of the Big Ugly Sports Show.
For all your HVAC needs, please call Elite Comfort Solutions. We specialize in commercial and residential HVAC. The number is 833-483-HVAC and the website is www.elitecomfortsolutions-inc.com. Call for a free quote today.
Big Peach Car Wash coming this April across from Walmart on Highway 80. I hadn't washed my truck in 5 years. I'm breaking that streak this April.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. It is time for our next edition of the Bus Cup, brought to you by Black Shear Beverage, the Hill family down there at Black Shear Beverage. Thank you for all you do for us.
Appreciate
Give a
y'all
special
so
thank
much. Golly, y'all are an inspiration to us all, really, honestly.
So as we sit coming into the day, Height sits atop, man, and he is just boat racing everybody with 58 points. Opie's within single digits with 49, and Law in a distant third at 41. But hey.
Why does he got to say distant?
I'm
third?
within single digits of Opie.
Okay, distant third of first, so that's kind of where I was going. All right, so here we
He
go.
made him seem way closer to Height.
Well, I am way
He
closer to
is.
height.
Yeah, here we go.
I think you're pretty close, Law.
So pay close attention to this.
Who got third last week?
Pay close
I did.
attention to this, okay? There's two questions in this week's in this week's Bus Cup. Okay.
We're at number
2 questions.
Two questions. That's
Two
it.
questions total.
Only 2.
Total, I think. I made them up.
You can only count to 2? How are you not sure?
What?
Because can you stop?
All right, here we go.
Do I need to mess your mic up again?
Let's go.
All right, so here's what I want you to write. I want you to number 1 through 9 on your paper,
Hot almighty.
Oh my God.
on your dry erase board. Okay. I'm looking for any particular order of the lineup you get is worth 1 extra point. So obviously that's a baseball lineup, right? If you get the person in that game, they batted in that order, you get extra. You get a point for having them.
Oh my gosh.
But you get an extra point if they're in the correct order of when they batted, okay?
What?
So the first question I want you to list, and on the other side you can put start SP. Just put starting pitcher on the other side. That's all I want. Okay, you can put SP up here now. Thank you. All right, here's what I want. I'm looking for the 1995 World Series Game 6 Atlanta Braves starting lineup. Name as many as you can. You get a point if their name started. Now, not played, but started. You get a point if they started, and you get an extra point if it's in the correct order of where they batted. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds on this one. In the meantime, we would like to thank Bank of Dudley for all they do for us over here at the Big Ugly Sports Show and for their continued sponsorship. Also, shout out to Brian's Giant Subs for their continued sponsorship, and Brad Meeks and the gang for all they do over there, giving that sub away each week. Elite Comfort Solutions, heating and air. They'll take care of my boy Blake O'Neill. All right, give you about 10 more
Which
seconds. Game 6, the game that they won it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. All righty, pins down. Let's go. All right, Height.
No.
Call out who you have batting first. You got to keep a tally mark of your points.
I didn't get.
Okay.
I'm gonna skip on down to 5.
All right.
David Justice.
David Justice, give yourself 2 points for that. He did bat 5th. Okay. Who you got?
Me. Keep
Yep.
going. Marquise Grissom.
He batted lead off, so there's 1 point. That's 6.
Chipper Jones.
Give yourself 1 point.
Fred McGriff.
Give yourself 1 point.
And I had Tom Glavine start.
Give yourself a point.
That's
Okay.
2 points, right?
No, it's just 1 for the pitcher. Don't be trying to do that.
My fault.
All right, how many points you got?
Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
6 points right. All right,
I had Otis Nixon,
negative.
Brian Hunter,
Nope.
Chipper Jones in 3 spot,
Chipper Jones, that's 2 points.
Justice in 4 spot,
That's
1 point.
1 point.
Fred McGriff in 5 spot.
That's 1 point.
He should have been in. I should have swapped those.
Should have.
Jeff Blauser
Yep.
in 6 hole.
No, Jeff Blauser.
Okay.
Sorry.
Mark Lemke 7.
Yes, Mark Lemke batted second, so that's 1 point.
Lopez
Javi Lopez. Where you got him batting?
8.
No, 1 point. All right, so how many you got?
6.
All right, 6 points. All right, Law.
I had Chipper Jones 3rd.
That's 2 points.
I had Andrew Jones 4.
He was not on that.
He wasn't on it then.
Nope. Came up next year.
Justice 5.
All right, so you got 2. So you got 4, right?
Yeah, and
All right, so 4
I got
total points.
Maddox as starting pitcher.
All right, so just erase that. Keep your lineups there. Erase that. Keep your points from that round somewhere. So OP6, just put a 6 somewhere. Height, get a 6 somewhere. Law, put a 4 somewhere. We're going 9 and starting pitcher again, okay?
Oh my God!
Hurry up. Let's go.
This is too much thinking.
I like it.
Thank you, Height.
Of course you.
That's all that matters.
Of course you do like it.
All righty, here we go.
You said those each of us would have a chance of it.
Y'all each had equal opportunity to know
yeah.
you were a huge Braves fan, so why?
Well, I am, but
Okay.
I can't think on the spot.
And you're
Well,
older
I
than me.
mean, I'm sorry. I guess never mind. All right, the second question. Okay, same question. 2021 World Series for the Braves. Starting 9, starting pitcher. Go.
Which game?
The game 6. Sorry, the game that they won it in Houston.
I can't remember.
I can't think off the top of my head. I'm horrible at this.
Smoke cheating.
I just needed like a. I can't think of nobody.
One player.
Yeah, I can. I got one.
Thank you. Oh, man. Make sure you visit our website at www.thebiguglysportshow.com for all your bus needs. Big Peach Car Wash. We are updating our commercial soon. They did not break ground in April, or they did break ground in April, but they are not open yet. But if you ride by, you can see that they are getting there. So by this summer is what we're looking for. Kyle Shepard and the boys over there are going to have that Big Peach Car Wash up and running. So, all right, give you about 10 more seconds here.
Give us more than 10 seconds.
No, we got a show to do. Got time for you.
Well, don't ask stupid questions like this, where we got to
Give you extended time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, pins down. All right, Law, we'll start with you this time.
Ozzy Albies,
Where you got him batting?
second.
All right, give yourself 1 point. Okay?
Freeman, 3.
Yep, 2 points.
Ozuna, 5.
Nope.
Wasn't on there at all? Arcia, 6. Not on there at all? Freed, starting pitcher.
Give yourself a point. All right, how many did
Just
you get right?
1 point
Yes.
for the starting pitcher?
Yes, we established that in the first round. How many did you get right?
4 again.
So you got 8 total. All right, we'll go to Opie.
Had Acuna 1.
Cunha didn't play.
I knew he
Oh, yeah.
I knew that
Forgot
one.
about that.
I knew he didn't play.
All right, what you got next?
That whole season.
Ozzy Albies 2.
Ozzy Albies 2, so give yourself 1 point.
Riley 3.
Give yourself 1 point.
Riley, that's what.
Darnode.
1 point.
Swanson
Where you got Swanson batting?
5.
1 point.
Soler
1 point.
and Freed pitching.
1 point. How many did you pick up there? 6 again?
Yeah.
I had Ozzy.
Can't believe I forgot Freddie Freeman.
Hey, good call. Big Roger.
Hello?
Yeah, I need this is to be an anonymous call.
Welcome into the Big Ugly Sports Show. We are live here. Thank you for calling in. How can we help you this morning?
Morning, stranger.
Yeah, I need to discuss some problems that I'm exhibiting at Green Acres.
That you're exhibiting or somebody else is exhibiting?
Can you let the guy talk, please?
that I'm having. Yeah, this is my call, so please be quiet. But there's some things going on that I figured that this would be a good place to discuss. There's three things on the docket. I'm just going to lay it out there, and then I'll let you guys kind of figure out what needs to be done about it. First and foremost, there are children that are unaccounted for. They're just out there running aimlessly. I've seen them on the golf cart, taking it through the pond, taking it up and down the fairways. I've seen a dog poop on the fairways, poop on the tee boxes. There are buzzards and blackbirds, crows that are circling number 16. I don't know if they think it's roadkill, if they think if there's dead animals, but I guess it's just because there's a bunch of dead vegetables in a terrible garden. I mean, it is embarrassing. And while these kids and these dogs are running rampant, the owner of the house is just sitting back there watering dirt. I mean, it's embarrassing. There's no grass in the yard. I have personally seen somebody tee off on number 16. The dog goes in the fairway, grabs the person's ball, brings the ball to the house, and then when the person who teed off goes to the house, the owner of the house on number 16 says, "Well, I'm sorry, you hit the ball out of bounds. You need to drive better." I've seen that.
Do you happen to have any idea, as a concerned citizen, do you have any idea who lives there, or is it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure.
Is it on the corner there? Is it on the corner?
Is it a new build?
It looks like it was like a potential new construction. Not exactly sure. I would say the most concerning thing that I have seen out of everything that I've seen out there.
And you've seen a lot now. You've seen a lot.
I have seen a lot. And as a member, this kind of hits me because, I care about this course. This is my home course. The most concerning thing that I have seen was, that they're trying to do this golf camp, which I think is a fantastic idea. But
however,
yesterday, you would think that, these kids would be out there actually working on the game of golf.
I already know where this is going.
What were they doing?
You think they'd be working on, the etiquette, course maintenance. You think they're doing all this, right? I did not see any kids with a golf club in their hand at all. What I saw.
What were they doing, caller?
What I saw was some man riding his own personal golf cart right, up and down the fairways with kids struggling to carry a 5-gallon bucket full of sand with shovels in it, filling in divots in the fairway.
So basically,
It's a work camp. Concentration camp for kids.
That's exactly what it was. And I specifically remember hearing a comment. If that divot's not filled in, you don't get your shirt at the end of the game.
If I find one divot not filled in.
Caller, I'm a little concerned. You seem out of breath. But well, listen,
just woke up.
and it took all you had to roll over and dial this number. But hey, we appreciate your call, and me being the prominent Dexter citizen that I am, I'll look into that for you.
so caller, though I did see. So are you telling me that just in the picture, because there was pictures on social media, he just told them to grab a golf club to that's a cover up? Is what you're saying?
Listen, I ain't trying to say nothing.
I ain't trying to say nothing, but I'm going to say something.
I'm not trying to say nothing. I'm just saying that picture could potentially be a cover up. Because to me, it did look like that they were more concerned about just making sure that the course looked nicer, which again, I guess goes back to course maintenance, and I get that. But I don't think they were learning about the game of golf. It was just like, what can I get out of this?
I can imagine Hill dragging a 5-gallon bucket up and down the fairway. That thing fill him up.
Well, once again, thank you so much for your call, your concern. I'll look into it. I'll check with. I know a guy that's on the board at the golf course, and I'll look into it. But you kind of sound like a guy who lost a 2-man scramble to Reed Waldron and Patrick Johnson. Kind of who this sounds like.
Yeah, you do sound like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
and anyway, I was speaking. I was talking.
And wait, if that did
Go
happen,
ahead. Take up more airtime. Go ahead.
If that did happen though, it's because my partner fell apart on like 5-9.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing, anonymous caller?
I've played with your anonymous caller. I've played with the same partner I believe you're referring to. Yeah, and that's the reason I lost the bus cup. He's the exact reason I lost the bus cup.
I was talking to my boss, Reed Waldrop, the other day, and he was telling me that he had played with 2 idiots, and told me when they got to number 9 that him and his partner, they were trying to decide if they wanted to go for the green to really just step on y'all's throats or let y'all stay in it. And he told me that they laid up to let y'all stay in it.
Well, that's good. They laid up because we were hitting in the trees over there trying to get out of there. And yeah,
he said that the conversation with him and Pat was, "What do you want to do? You want to go for it, or you just want?" They basically felt bad for y'all because they were beating y'all so bad.
So boss man's talking noise now.
Yeah, that's true. That's what he told me. Those are his words.
Hey, ball man.
Now, and also, I think you need, we said 2 idiots. One of those idiots is also your boss, so you need to put some respect on that.
Respect.
Excuse me,
both.
Mr. Idiot.
Lay like that.
You got them chins shaking in one of it.
Well, anonymous caller, hey, thank you for calling in. Hey, good luck to the because I think this anonymous caller is a Florida State guy. Good luck to the Seminoles in the baseball World Series college baseball championship.
Yeah.
Coach World Series.
Omaha.
Yeah, they'll win it all.
Oh yes.
They will not win it all.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
See you, bud.
You're welcome.
See you. We're going to revisit that on the other side of the commercial break, but we do got to finish our bus cover air height. So thank you to that anonymous caller for calling in. Hey, phone lines are open. So
this week's bus cover.
Can I roll into it?
Yep. Let's tell
I want to say Matt's handwriting is very impressive.
Yeah, he's got good handwriting.
Your handwriting's trash.
I agree.
It could be.
I had Ozzy leading off.
At one point.
I had Freddie.
Where?
At 3.
2
That
points.
does look nothing like Freeman, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Hey.
Austin Riley at 4.
2 points.
I had Ozuna, and you said he was at not didn't start.
Right.
And I had Swanson at 6.
1 point.
And I had Duval at 7.
1 point.
And I had Anderson starting.
No points.
7 points.
So for a total of 13. So Height get total of 13. Opie had a total of 12. And Mitch had a total of 8. So Height continues to reign. For the record, it went Rosario, Soler, Freeman, Riley, Duval, Peterson,
Oh yeah.
Ozzy Albies darn
I
most
kept
once.
thinking I could picture Jock Peterson, but
I didn't think Jock
Jock
played in that last game. I thought they just brought him in and let him hit.
Thought wrong, didn't you?
That'll bring Height to 62 points, Opie to 52, and Law.
Hey, single
43.
digits, single digits no
I
more.
don't like-
Single digits no more.
Single
Bubba.
digits
Hey,
no more.
Wade, I love you. But
I made
please
those
stop.
up.
Please
I
stop.
made those
That's
up.
why I said, Wade, I love you. Please stop letting Chuck make up questions.
That was a really.
I thought that was pretty good.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Adam.
And I know that there's listeners that are going to be like on their own trying to do this.
Oh, yes, that's the point.
Noah Garnto will love this. It's one of the-
And see, they can.
They're gonna think we're idiots for not being able to come up with the ones.
But what people don't understand, because Shelby will do this too. I'll ask her some of the questions, especially in history, and she loves it. But I said when you're on the spot and you're on the mic, there's more pressure.
And
those lights. I mean, look at the
5:30 in the
lights.
morning. It's
A lot of factors, a lot of excuses.
people that are not in show business,
They
they'll
wouldn't know.
never
They don't
understand.
get it.
They'll never understand it.
Yeah. But again, back to Mitch's comments, Adam. As long as you're satisfied with the questions, that's all I'm concerned
I just
with. So.
enjoy a challenge, is what it is. Some people don't. I do, and I kind of thrive in a pressure situation like that.
So the Bus Cup is trivia, right? We've
So when
established
they
that. Hold on.
know them and they win, it's challenging. But when I win, like last week, those questions were.
No,
No,
I
you're
never
good.
said that. I was. Hold on. I said
I
I
would
was.
think the tougher the questions, the more challenging.
Law. I was talking about how proud I was of you for winning.
Here's the funny part about it is we've all
Bless your
established
heart.
we do the Bus Cup trivia each week, and Law continues to get upset because it's trivia and he can't think about it. Like, he's mad that it's trivia.
If you could just give him the questions a day ahead of time.
Yes.
He would
or
do
subject
much
area,
better.
maybe. All right, it is time for our final commercial break. On the other side, we're going to wrap it up. We got a fiasco that took place that we got to talk about, so you're going to want to stay in for that. We will be right back.
The sponsor, the Big Ugly Sports Show. Wherever you're listening to your favorite sports show, you can also be banking with your favorite bank. Bankadeli offers mobile and online banking platforms to make managing your money easy. Get on that Bankadeli bus. Bankadeli since 1905. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Big Ugly Sports Show, brought to you by the Bank of Dudley. We are in for our third and final segment right here. So, hi, we do still have we got a lot to talk about. We got
20 plus minutes.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes roughly. So I'm sorry, I got you still muted through the break. We got about 15 minutes, but
I feel like
we've got to talk.
This caller segment too long.
It was good though. I needed that.
I had really
The timing would have been a little better, but it's hard for Big Boy to get up.
Yeah,
so.
when I heard the anonymous caller call in, I was really kind of excited to see where it was going to go. But then I was let down with the content of it. I feel like he just.
Well, it's one of those things, and you can't relate because your attendance has been so well. But when you get away from it, sometimes it's hard to come back the first time. So
He's not as sharp as he used to be.
not as sharp as he used to. Which reminds me, MT has reached out, and we'll table this for off air as well. But MT wants us to come do a show live at CrossFit one morning while the girls are.
Here's what we do.
Doing their workout.
We do the CrossFit workout.
No,
That's a terrible idea.
not a chance.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
You do it,
In
and
front?
we commentate it.
I'll do it. Okay.
I'll
And
do
we
that
get to play by
CrossFit, not in front of those girls that are going to pick on me the entire next school
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll
when
eat a
I'm
big
throwing
breakfast.
up everywhere.
I'll eat a big breakfast, go do the workout, yak on TV.
That'd be great. That'd be
He will
great.
definitely yak.
So,
Anything
Height,
for the
tell
show.
us before we die. We're going to talk a little UGA baseball and a little college baseball too. But Height,
Dogs lost. End of conversation there.
good season.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Opie has some comments on that.
Historic season.
I'm glad Condon hit a home run there at the end.
Yeah, rope too.
It was.
First time Georgia's ever had 230 home run seasons.
Like
in the same
individuals.
season. Two people in the same season.
Cool.
That's impressive. Who was the second one?
Number 30.
The
it was
first
20.
baseman. Wasn't it?
First baseman, it's 220 home runs.
That was
Yeah,
220. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
But he had, and he led. They said last night he led
Give
all of
yourself a
baseball.
That bumps me above him that I knew that.
Led all the baseball and on base percentage, which is pretty good.
Number one overall pick.
Just felt like no, I was talking about the leadoff hitter, Smith. I think was his name. But to the game
why?
last night, it
You
just
know
felt
why
like
he is
every
the
time. It felt like every
Collins.
time. It might have been. I don't know. It felt like every time
Collins.
Georgia scored, NC State dropped bombs. They hit a couple of tanks last night. Now I mean tanks.
One of them never saw it come down.
Well, we all knew going into it that our pitching was not our strength, and it came out to get us. It's hard to win in the postseason when you don't have a good pitching staff.
All right, Height. Tell us about what little Dudley will update us on you boys.
So, man, I was so proud of these kids. We had a great little lineup. Went to district, got runner up to Jones County. Then we went to the sectional tournament over in Columbus this past weekend. Beat Harris County. Came back, won it in the bottom half of the last inning. Walked it off. We were down 4. At one point, we'd been down 5, came back and tied it, and then we were down 4, came back and scored 5 to win it and to walk it off. And then we beat Jones County, who was they'd already beaten us twice in the district tournament, pool play and tournament play. Came back and got them in the bottom half, walked it off against Jones County. And a little brouhaha there with the Jones County fans.
Explain.
And I'm sure that, I don't know, I was getting phone calls about it from people that have like no connection, no affiliation with Dudley Little League. They're calling me, talking about they done heard about it back home and all. And so I did want to go on record and just clarify, because there have been some folks, I think misleading the public.
Do you think people called you because historically you've been involved?
They thought you started it.
They just knew Height had to be in it.
I did get a couple text messages saying, "What have you done now?" But they don't know the new leaf that I have turned over. So anyway, but yeah, so we win the game. Is a tough game. The Jones County fans they've always been very vocal in the cheers and all that they do for the kids, but they're not saying anything to our kids or whatever, but you can kind of just tell the energy on their side is a little different than the energy on our side. Our fans is almost the same exact families that are on our travel team, and they're just real chill, and they love it when we win, they support us when we lose. It's all good. We lost to Jones County a couple times already, and there were no problems. We beat them and put them in the losers bracket, and then there's fisticuffs in the stands with some fans and
actual fisticuffs.
Yes. Anyway, I'm not going to say any names or whatever, but the lady that was attacked basically on our side.
Miss Hightower.
No. Thankfully that wasn't the case. But anyway, she kind of got sucker punched, and then she went suplex on the lady that did it.
Go belly to back.
And then it was over with. So, hey, don't start nothing, won't be nothing with Dudley. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But anyway, and then we went on to play in the championship game and played Harris County, who we'd already beaten, and they beat us 17-15. And for some reason they don't have it set up where it's a double elimination tournament, except for the championship game.
Yeah, that's dumb.
That was our first loss. They had a loss. We beat them head to head. They beat us once. We beat them once, but they get to beat them. They get to move on to the state tournament. We don't.
What age group is that?
8U.
Shout out to the Dudley 8U All-Star team.
Dudley 8U All-Star team, yeah.
And Coach Hightower and the boys.
Yeah, Ryan Clanton, Adam Logue is our head coach. Great leadership. I mean, he did a really good job. This is our first time into kid pitch.
Was Miss Logue the one that did the belly to back suplex?
No.
Hey, Kristen can't get feisty.
But anyway, I was in Adam's ear the whole time, like, hey, we need to pull him. Got to pull him. No, we're gonna let him finish it, because pitch count's a big deal and all this stuff. And so he did a really good job of handling all that. Brandon Green was our other coach. So kids did a great job. It was a lot of fun.
Shout out to them. Loyal listener. I mean, probably arguably the most loyal listener, Spanky Slaughter, has reached out, and he, besides the fact that he loves any SIG comments straight at law, he lives for them. He's laughing right now as we brought that up again. But he said he had an idea for a new segment. Me and Height kind of like it, so we're going to intro it today, and maybe bring it. It don't have to be every week. We can, kind of depending, but the idiot of the week. So basically, an idiot in your life that you've ran into in that week, or it could not be in your life. Could be an idiot on sports, somebody that act like an idiot, and we all come with an idiot and see who the idiot of the week is. So this week, the lady or the people from,
let's just say the Jones County fan base,
all of them.
I mean,
we don't have any listeners.
All the ones that were involved in this, they're all idiots. Yeah, they're idiots.
So going forward, if we talk about that, that'll be the Spanky Slaughter idiot of the week. So there we are. All right. What do y'all guys want to talk next? We've got about 5 or 6 minutes, I had on here, we've got NBA stuff we could talk about, but also I have on here, is it officially time for the Braves to worry? We are.
No, they need to worry. I mean, they are slipping bad.
At what point does it get? It's early in the season, but if you get too big a hole behind a good team, I mean,
I'm not necessarily worried about the winning the division. As long as you get in the postseason, that's what
But do you want to win the division because of the streak we've got? I mean, does that mean anything? Like,
I don't think we're going to win the division. I think the trade deadline's when you start worrying. If we don't make a move at the trade deadline and improve our team, that to me is the
Braves are 9 games out.
I don't feel like y'all.
We're fine. We're fine. We're +4 in the wild card, so we're good in the wild card, but we're 9 games back in the division. It's a fair question, Law.
It is a fair question. That's something.
You can feel some type of way about it.
We were like barely 500 the year we won the World Series before the All-Star break.
But there was room to worry then. It worked out well. But
traditionally, the Phillies and the Mets in our division, traditionally, the Phillies and the Mets in our division start off really great. After the All-Star break, trash.
Last year, the Phillies were the best team in baseball after the All-Star break.
Us, after the All-Star break, traditionally, very, very good. So, I mean, no, there's not.
So you think the Braves can still win it?
Still win the division.
I like how you got the ear out.
Here's what I think. I think
the ear. You can let it breathe over there.
I think the Phillies are built different than in the past. And he made the comment that they were the best team in baseball after the All-Star break. And I just believe that their pitching, their starting rotation is really, really strong. I think they have a really solid lineup up and down. And you know, I don't see, unless somebody gets hurt or something like that, I don't see them slacking off after the break.
They've got a really good lineup.
Yeah, they do. And so when you say worry, I don't think that's a bad thing. It might have a negative connotation, but I think that you have to have some sense of worry. Last time we were in a situation, we had people injured. Anthopoulos had to worry and had to make some trades. And so something has to be done. We don't have Strider. Okay, we don't have Acuna. They're both done for the year. Those are 2 massive holes. Mm-hmm. Some worry we got to. And then we have to make a move. Now, am I saying panic? No. But you have to be proactive in this situation. You can't just assume that things are going to fix themselves, and you can't rely on guys from the minors.
Yeah, we just had a below 500 month with negative run differential. That's something to worry about. Yeah. But it's just 1 month, so we keep an eye on it.
You can just tell that obviously those 2 holes that you talked about with Acuna and Strider, the Braves are not scrambling, but they're trying somebody. They've tried a different fifth starter so many different times. Young guys coming up, we're trying different people in outfield because you just don't know if Duvall and Kelenic are your answer for the year. So I think we're going to need I guess at what point, how big of a home run do you swing for in somebody you're trading for that outfield position, knowing Acuna is still probably a year out, or that fifth starter? You know what I'm saying? Is this something we invest a lot in because we're good now? Because all those guys we've signed, Riley and all those guys, they're still quote unquote young, but they're not as young as I like to think they were. Obviously not as young as they were, but
we're in the middle of win now. Sale, Freed, now's the time to go all in and go for it. And it stinks that we lost 2 of our key players, and it makes it a lot harder. But it doesn't change the fact that clock's ticking and we got to go in now.
Yeah. So need a pretty big
price.
The name that, like I said last week, that George Springer, I thought that'd be a good fit for Atlanta. His name, I hadn't heard any more about that, but
I'd really like to hear what Law would do. Law, if you're the general manager, what are you doing? Are you swinging for the fences on the field?
I'm not doing a whole lot of anything. I believe we need a fifth guy, a fifth starter. But, you look at the series we're coming off of. We're playing the best teams in baseball. Look at the series the Phillies are coming off of. They're playing the freaking Cards. The last 5 series they've been in are below 500 teams. And they're 7-3 in the last 10 games.
So
but their record
against below 500
we played
teams?
the Athletics, the Nationals.
Their record against below 500 teams is better than our record against below 500 teams. so far. Now, they may have played more of them, but anyhow, we'll see. Is it time to worry? I don't know. We'll kind of keep our thumb on that. But I did want to get to Hight, and I know we talked about this a little bit before the show started. Probably don't have a whole lot of skin in the game between the Mavs and the Celtics. Celtics are up 2-0. Celtics really good, but Joe Mazzulla, the head coach for Boston, if you didn't know, if you're not an NBA fan, but as all of us are Christ followers here, what did you want to elaborate on the comments that he had, what the reporter asked him?
So the reporter asked him how big of a deal did he think it was that the finals was the first time they had 2 black head coaches in the NBA, and he was talking about how, with all the struggles and everything that it's been for black coaches, how big of a deal was it for him? And his response was, how many head coaches have been in the finals that were Christians? And the reporter just
got quiet.
He didn't know what to say. And so then they called on another reporter, and they didn't answer the question from the clip I saw, and they moved on. But, and that's not the first time he's referenced his faith as kind of his foundation and what he goes back to and refers back to. And I just thought that was commendable for sure, and really, not to be cheesy, but kind of inspirational.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. I thought it was really good. And obviously not a Celtics fan. As a Hawks fan, definitely not a Celtics fan, but I'm officially a Joe Mazzulla fan now. So, I don't know that I'll root for him here, I guess. I don't really have a dog in this fight either. But do you think, hitting on it real quick, is it Celtics going to take it down, or do you think the Mavs, they're going to Dallas now for 2 games? So do you think?
After game 3, I'll have a better answer.
So if Mavs pick up 1 here, then
then it's a series. And down 3-0 is not a series anymore.
All right, last question here. Staying in the NBA, you saw where Bob Hurley turned down 6 years, $70 million to go coach the Lakers. He had previously signed let me see here, I had it right here. In the 22-23 season, he signed at UConn a 6-year, $32 million deal. So he was essentially offered double that, but they're already in contract negotiations. UConn has won back-to-back national championships. Why do you think he chose to turn down the Lakers?
He had zero intention of taking that Lakers job. Wasn't interested in it at all. He just did that for contract negotiations.
And it must have worked.
My take on NBA coaches, they don't really have full control of their team, especially if you go to a team that LeBron, like, why would anybody who's in his situation where he controls the team, he's the true leader of the team, he influences everything on that team, why would you go and work with LeBron James, who
runs everything?
Yeah, and he complains about everything.
That's NFL too. I mean, how do you tell a bunch of grown men what to do?
Yeah,
that make more money.
I get what you're saying, but it's different. And the NBA is a lot different. The star players in the NBA dictate, like LeBron James, he'll dictate the roster. He'll dictate who's on the coaching staff.
You don't think them star players in the NFL do?
No, they do not.
You don't think Tom Brady says, I'm going to throw it to whoever the piss I want to throw it to?
No,
I want this wide receiver in the game in this situation. You don't think that happens?
Sometimes it's like talking to a child on this show.
I would say it happens in every sport. I'm not saying it don't.
Definitely.
I'm not
every major league sport.
Can I agree with you or no? Because I was trying to, but you won't let me. It does, but I do think it's more prevalent in the NBA with like LeBron, because
same Major League Baseball.
Agree to disagree. We got to agree to disagree.
Maddox didn't pick his catcher.
Being a prima donna.
Maddox didn't pick his catcher.
Being a prima donna is one thing.
Yes or no?
Did he pick out of the people that were on his team yet?
He picked who he wanted to catch for him.
Did he say...
Even though that catcher was trash at bat, he picked who he wanted to catch for him.
Did he say, you know what, if you don't get this guy, I'm going somewhere else? Did he say, if you don't fire this manager and bring him...
I can almost guarantee you, he said, if this guy don't catch for me, I'm not pitching.
You can almost guarantee, but you can't guarantee.
I feel confident that probably did not happen.
But that's within the team, too. That's within the team.
That didn't happen. Javier Lopez did not play in the games that Maddox.
That's not what you asked.
But listen,
this is exactly what I said.
No, it's not what you said.
He picked his catcher.
You said
from within his roster. We're talking about picking people from
being a prima donna is that we understand like that does happen all the time across all sports. But LeBron James will get guys. He will get head coaches fired. Greg Maddox would never do that. he would never try to get a person fired if he didn't agree with. And that doesn't happen in Major League Baseball.
Yep. So the only thing I would have thought the way he would have considered it, if he was considered, is because college is kind of turned into that.
Right.
Where the player, because of all the NIL, and that's a whole different conversation. But we are out of time. One more comment on, we talked last week about Caitlin Clark, the attendance and stuff, and someone, I thought Rick sent it to me and you, but he might not have. Anyhow, somebody sent me, it was a picture of, and it had Caitlin Clark's NBA games on these nights versus every other NBA game in the league, or WNBA, I should say, and she had doubled the viewership of her game versus theirs. So Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, that whole rookie class has definitely had an impact. But
she got left off the Olympic
USA. So anyhow,
snub, and she's been getting fouled and hacked pretty bad. They're doing hacky shack on her. I mean, I don't get it.
To me, the question is, I don't disagree with her not being on the team, talent or just roster wise, because there's been a lot of tryouts and things that she wasn't able to be a part of because she was playing in the Final Fours, and she hasn't quite accomplished as much in the WNBA compared to these other pro players. But the question for me is the attendance and attention for the entire tournament will take off dramatically if she's in it.
Oh, for
is
sure.
that enough reason to put her on the roster instead of somebody else who maybe is more deserving?
Well,
because it'll be better for the sport
financially.
It depends on if you're concerned about big picture overall the sport or just winning that tournament. Because I thought the same thing. She may not be qualified. She's a rookie. She's only had a quarter of a season or something in there.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, who's to say she should be on there? I don't know where she falls on the talent for.
It'd be hard to keep her with the momentum she's got around the game, and it'd be hard to keep her off of it for that.
But if you're thinking about, all right, we want to win this thing, she may not be good for team chemistry.
Right. Yeah.
Because if there's jealousy, which I think there is, that might be bad for team chemistry.
All right, Hype, bring us on, buddy.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and thebiguglysportshow.com.
You clowns got anything?
Nope.
Yeah, I know we talked a lot today, ran a little long, so I know what you're saying right now. Hey, we need more of the bus. We need it more days a week, but it's just hard for us to do that. So, but we get some compensation, we might. So, thank you to all our sponsors. Make sure to visit our website. We appreciate all you do. Wherever you're at today, whatever you're doing, tell them what to do, Hype.
Get on that bus.
Wipers going swish, swish, swish. You ain't never seen wipers with the swag like this. And they swishing, 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 swishing. Yeah, they swishing.